All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. And I tell you what, I hope you're sitting back in a nice recliner. Take that air conditioner, turn it all the way down, and rip the knob off that thing. I'm telling you, man, it is hot out there. I've been stranded on the side of an interstate for 2.5 hours. I'm done. I'm telling you, I'm toast. I don't see, and I got to give a big shout out to the Tennessee Highway Patrol. I'm gonna tell you, I met one of the nicest officers that's ever come down the pike, I reckon, from the Tennessee Highway Patrol. I had grandkids and nieces in the car, broken down on the side of the interstate, and he let every one of them come in there and get in his triple car and turn the air conditioner on for them so we could get some help down there to get off the or get on down the road. The only thing I asked him to do was please handcuff him, but he didn't do that. You know, it'll only go so far. But I just want to give a big shout out. Thank you so much to the Tennessee State Highway Patrol. They are there to help you. Tonight's show, we've got a great show for you tonight. One that I think you might have an inkling because you've seen them. If you go down I-40 headed towards Knoxville and you get to the Mount Juliet area, if you look over there on the far right, huge green sign that says Gander Mountain. Well, guess what? This is their 1-year anniversary, and they are in the house tonight. We've got, let's wind out and introduce our guest to you tonight. We have with us, this is Alton, and Alton, let me go, I've got to go back to the deal, but that's Alton Johns.
That's right.
You are the general manager for the Gander Mountain store in Mount Juliet.
That's correct.
And you've been there for, this is the 1-year anniversary.
Yes, the 1-year anniversary of the store we're celebrating this week. We've got a lot of entertainment lined up and just going to have a real good time with it.
I saw Worley was going to be there.
Yeah, Daryl's going to be there.
Daryl's going to be there.
Yeah, he'll be there for 3 days.
That's awesome.
It's going to be really great.
All right, well, let me introduce our other guest here. We have Lonnie Prettyman.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lonnie, you're the sales manager of the Mount Juliet store.
I certainly am, and I'm there to make sure that each one of our customers get helpful and friendly advice and coming in there and having a good time.
And that's what you want. That's what you want.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about that because that is a very important key thing right there. And then our next guest we have is Chris Robbins, general manager of the Gander Mountain in Bowling Green.
Yes, sir.
So Bowling Green, Kentucky, just right across the line.
Yep, not far away.
Not far.
Just coming down just to help out the guys for the weekend. So
now, is your store a little bit bigger than this store?
yeah, our format of our store was built about 8 years ago. It's a 65,000 square foot, so it's a little bit larger, but the new format has plenty of space for everything we need.
I like the new format.
Yeah, I do too.
I really do. I really do. You know, usually, and this is no reflection on the female gender at all, but guys, when a woman goes shopping, she can spend a day. But when a guy goes shopping, he's specific. I'm going to need this and this and this, and then he's out of there. Am I right?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you. That's why most people think that men and women think differently. They do when it comes to shopping. Because a woman, she says,
We see some guys get lost in our store every once in a while, though. They get lost looking at the gun walls and all the good stuff we got. So,
well, you gotta. I mean, just the man level just goes up 30 points just walking in the door. So,
everybody loves to browse, and they just go. We have some customers, they'll come in and spend an hour and a half, 2 hours just browsing around before they ever make a purchase.
What is the address? I need to know the address. You're right there on Belinda Parkway.
Yep, 65 Belinda Parkway.
And right there before you get to Town and Country, on the Two Rivers Forward.
Absolutely.
Right there before you get to Two Rivers Forward, and on the left-hand side of Belinda Parkway. Huge parking lot, great store, brand new. Man, I tell you what, you got to go check them out, see what they got, meet these guys tonight, and then when you go in there, tell them you saw them here on Southern Woods and Waters, and kind of work on a relationship that way.
Absolutely, we'd love to have that.
Now, did you start off out in here with Gander Mountain?
Yeah, this is my first assignment with Gander Mountain here in Mount Juliet.
Now, okay, and so you've been with them a year, and what do you think about it?
I love it.
It's a great company.
Yeah, it's a good company. Not only is it a good company, we can actually go in there and get to talk about what we love to do, hunt and fish.
And that's something I wanted to do. Lonnie touched on it a second ago. He wants to be able to talk to people. A lot of these stores you go into, the person that you get to help you may have been in a totally different department last week.
Yep.
And knows nothing about what they're doing now. And with everything being so technology oriented, you need to have somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Absolutely. We got a lot of great associates at our store, from the firearm counter all the way to the footwear section. And those guys are just really great. They help customers day in, day out, and just do a great job.
And that's all you want. You want to lead them and direct them to what they're wanting to do. You try to find out a need and fill it, right?
Absolutely.
Talk about your guns, because you're a big gun store.
Oh yeah, man, we got a huge wall of guns. We got about 3,000 guns in the store. And I tell you what, it's really, people come in there and they're just wowed by it when they see it, because they love to come in and just absolutely just take their time and go up and down the gun counter and just look at everything we have. And we sell a lot of guns just every day, and they just absolutely just come there and look at the guns. You know how it is. It's like a kid in a candy store when you go look at guns.
Now, when y'all first came to town, I read an article that was written up about Gander Mountain that this store was a little bit different than other stores. The footprint was a smaller footprint, but they were going to be more arsenal guns, gun-oriented, a better quality of guns, knowing more specifically about guns for duck hunting, guns for turkey hunting, guns for deer, guns for varmint, and y'all were going to be more specific and use. I heard like 3,000 guns is on display there, but that's what you were doing, is going specifically for that kind of stuff mainly, but you also carry guns for just shooting, sports.
Absolutely, shooting, personal protection. We have it all. Chris is actually a big duck hunter. He loves to duck hunt, and I'm a deer hunter, and Lonnie likes to shoot a little bit of trap, so we do it all.
Y'all got it covered.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have it covered.
Yep.
All right, well, talk to me a little bit about Gander Mountain, because before we go to break, y'all have approximately 160 stores right now?
160 stores, and last year we opened up over 20 stores and have plans to continue to open them as we go forward.
Now, you're covering 27 states, Tennessee being one of them.
Yeah.
Kentucky being one. You're trying to put a bigger footprint in this area, looks like. To me, it looks like.
Absolutely. Whenever you start looking at it, the South is a great region for us to grow in. We got long seasons, and the people in these areas love to hunt and love to fish. So it's natural. It's a natural fit for us to be there.
And what a great place. I mean, you got Kentucky Lake on one side of us, you got Chickamauga on the other, Gunnersville just south of us. I mean, and not to take any slack away from Old Hickory Percy Priest in your own back door.
Right.
So it's a great location for fishermen they get to go to. But you're also right, hunting is a big part of Tennessee.
Yeah.
A huge part, and getting to be more and more duck hunters here too.
Absolutely. And we also realize that, I mean, just because there might not be great duck hunting right around us all the time, we have a lot of hunters here that travel, and we want to make sure we have what the outdoorsman and sportsman is going to want in our stores. So like our for waterfowlers, we'll carry the Benellis and the Brownings and the Beretta shotguns, so we can go through and select the best gun for their needs, and they don't have to choose from just one. They get everything to choose from.
Beretta moving to town helps the situation out a little bit.
Sure
there,
does.
doesn't it?
Sure does.
I'm amazed at what Tennessee's being able to do right now and getting some of these big boys in here. But that's great. But Gander Mountain, again, I like the size of the store. A lot of people going, oh, that's a small store. But go into it, and you'll find out you used your space a whole lot better, I think, because the hunting department's big, but it's all oriented around the hunting. We've got everything from crossbows to regular compounds to trail cam cameras, everything you need for the hunter, and whether it be guns or shotguns, camouflage. Now, what type of? I see the Under Armour, so Under Armour's coming to town too, guys. But Under Armour's making a big imprint right here in Tennessee. But you also carry what other brands?
Oh man, we have everything from North Face, Under Armour. We also, let's don't forget about our brand too, God Series.
That's right.
And that great brand on a lot of those shirts, and the fishing shirts. All that's really good. Chris is what's your favorite you like to wear?
I mean, in our apparel department, and we, obviously the big brands like the Under Armour, North Face, but we also carry brands like Cool, Columbia.
Yeah.
And you know, and then we also, besides just what we have in the store, we also have access to a lot more product on our website, gandermountain.com.
That's right.
And so, I mean, if we don't have the particular size or color or style that you're looking for in our store, we do have access to everything. And if it's not on our website, we still have access to those brands if we want to go direct and special order directly from the factory. So.
All right. Well, guys, I'm just throwing some teasers out there for you. When the next segment, when we come back, we're going to get really in depth on a lot of this stuff. But be prepared for that. Bring your notebook and a pen, and we'll see you right here with more of Southern Woods of Water.